Good morning student. In our last video, we are discussing about test and measurement in sports, in which we have discussed about motor fitness test, barrow fitness test and Harvard step test. Next is Rockford walking test. The purpose of Rockford walking test is used to measure the cardiovascular fitness of an individual. In this test, we require running track, stopwatch and one assistant or helpers. Procedure to conduct the test. First, we will choose a windless day to conduct the test. After that, we record the weight in pound. The person has to walk or run 1 mile, that is 1609 meters as fast as possible. Then record the time taken to complete the 1 mile. Immediately on finishing the 1 mile, measure the heart rate, measure the heartbeats per minute and find out the maximum cardiorespiratory ability from the calculation given below. With the help of this, we will find out the maximum cardiorespiratory ability of an individual, that is 132.853 minus 0.ns. In this, we take the weight in lbs, age, the age of a person's, genders. If the person is male, then we will keep 1, and if female, then we will keep 0 here. And height, the height of a person's, heart rate, the heart rate is in the beats per minute, and the age of a person's. And with the help of this formula, we will calculate the maximum cardiorespiratory ability of an individual. The analysis of the result is done by comparing the result of previous tests. It is expected that appropriate training between each test should be given. And if the VO2 is maximum, it means that he is physically fit, his fitness is increased. Evaluation: the student with higher score are considered as most fit as compared with less scoring. Okay, the persons who has more score is considered as more fit and healthy as compared to those who has less score. Next is Rickley and John test. Rickley and John test. This test, the purpose of Rickley and John test is used to check the fitness ability of a fitness of a senior citizen. This test was developed by Roberta Rickley and Dr. Jessin. In this test, there are 6 test items. 6 test items to measure the fitness of a senior citizens. That is chair stand test, arms curls up, sit and reach test, back scratch test, 8 feet up and go, and 6-minute walk test. These are the 6 test items through which we can measure the fitness ability of a senior citizen. First, chair stand test. The purpose of chair stand test is to measure the strength and endurance of leg, that is strength and endurance of lower body. For this, we require chair approximately 45 centimeter high and assistance. How to perform: place the chairs against the wall so to stabilize it for safety purpose. After that, the person has to sit on the chairs with feet apart, across shoulder distance on the floors, and the arms crossed at the wrist and head close to the chest. Now the person has to sit on the chairs and then completely up. She has to sit down and then up for 30 seconds. Okay, she will continuously do down up, sit down and up for 30 seconds, and after that calculate the number of up and down she has done in 30 seconds. One down and up is considered as one stand up. Okay, she will sit down on the chairs, and on the command of go she will sit down and then up on the up. She will continuously do for 30 seconds and record the number of complete down and up she has done. Evaluations. Arms curls up test. Arms curls up test is used to measure the upper body strength and endurance. We required 4-pound dumbbell for women and 8-pound dumbbells for men. Chair approx 45 centimeters high without chairs and stopwatch. How to perform? The assistance is the assistance. The person sit down on the chairs, holding the dumbbells, and the arms should be vertically down position beside the chairs. Now she has to up and down her arm, that is the arm up to a full range of fractions of arms. After that, extension of arm. She will do continuously for 30 seconds and record the numbers of arms curls up and down she has done. Okay, one up and down is considered as one, and record the number of arms curls up she has done. Next is sit and wrist test. Sit and wrist test. This test is used to measure the lower body flexibility, and this we require chairs, rulers, measuring scale, etc. The person sit on the chairs, sit on the edge of the chairs, one foot on the floor and the others and the one foot on the floor and the other leg is extend forward. The other leg is extend forward. The knee should be straight. The knee should be straight, and the heel should touch the floor, and it should be in the ankles. Between the ankles should be bent at 90 degrees. Then she has to bend forward as much as possible and try to touch the toe. Keep the knee straight and hold the final positions for 2 seconds. After that, the distance between the toes and the fingertips is measured in inch. If the finger touches the toe, 0 score. If it does not touch the toe, then the distance is measured negative, and if it overlaps, then the score is positive. She will get 2 chances, and the best is recorded for evaluation. Next is arms curls up test. Arms curls up test. This is arms curls up test. This test is used to measure the general range of motions of the shoulders, and we perform this test in a standing position. The person's stand, and he place one hand behind the one hand is placed behind the head over the shoulders. Okay, over the shoulders, and this as far as possible, whereas palm touching the body and the fingers is directed downward, and the other's hand is placed behind. The other's hand is placed behind and the palm facing outward and the tips of the fingers upward direction. Now she will try to touch the the fingers upward and reach as far as possible, and try to touch or overlap the middle fingers of both hand. If the fingertips touch each other's, 0 score. If it does not touch, negative score. And if it overlap, then positive score. So we'll get 2 chance, and the best one is recorded for evaluation. 8 feet up and go test. 8 feet up and go test is used to measure the speed, agility, that is coordinative ability, and balance ability while moving. We require stopwatch, chair, cone, measuring tape, etc. How to perform? First, chair is placed against the wall and one cone is placed 8 feet apart from the chair. Okay, one chair is placed against the walls and a cone is placed 8 feet apart from the chairs. Now the person sit down on the chairs. On the command of go, she will stand up. She will stand and she will walk around the cone and then sit down on the chairs as fast as possible. And then the time taken to complete the test is recorded. She will get 2 trial, and the shortest time is recorded for evaluation. Okay, she will sit down on the chairs, then on the command of go, she will walk around the cone, and then she will sit down on the chairs, and then record the time taken to complete the test. And last test item is 6-minute walk test. 6-minute walk test. This test is used to measure the aerobic fitness of an individual. In this, we require measuring tape to mark the distance, total distance, stopwatch, and a chair positions for resting, and cone also. How to perform? The person the persons has to work in a rectangular area. Okay, she has to walk in a rectangular area 45 into 5 meters. The aim of a person is to walk the aim of this test is to walk as quickly as possible to cover maximum distance in 6 minutes. Okay, in 6 minutes he has to cover maximum distance. He keep his own speed. He can take rest in between the test also, and then after 6 minutes measure the distance covered by the persons in 6 minutes. This is the 6-minute walk test. This is about the Rickley and John test. Okay, Rickley and John test to measure the fitness of a senior citizen. So we have completed our test and measurement in sports. We have completed our test and measurement in sports. Test it is an instrument or tools which is used to obtain a data. A test will measure the quality for which it is used, and it should be simple, easy, and it should be simple and easy to administer. Okay, it should be simple, accurate, and easy to administer. Measurement, it is a raw score. The reading which we get from the test is known as measurement. It is always in quantitative form. Evaluation, it is a subjective judgment based on analysis and interpretations of data which we get from the test. For example, weighing machine, it is a test. 50 kg, which we get from the test, that 50 kg, it is a measurement. And then evaluating whether the person is underweight or overweight with the help of that data which we get from the test is a evaluation. Okay, after getting the data, we make the evaluation of that data, and then find out the decision, like with the help of weighing machine, it is a test. With the help of weighing machine, we get a measurement 50 kg, and after that we make a evaluation whether the person is underweight or overweight. In this chapters, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 test items. Okay, there are 5 tests. Motor fitness test, it is also known as Khelo India National Fitness Test. This test is used to measure the fitness of a school going children. Barrow fitness test, it is used to measure the gross motor fitness. Howard step test, it is used to measure the cardiovascular fitness. Rockford walking test, this test is also used to measure the cardiovascular fitness. And Rickley and John test to measure the fitness of a senior citizen. Okay, menarche and menstrual dysfunctions. Menarche, it is the beginning of menstrual cycles, that is the first bleeding in female is known as menarche. Menarche, it is the sign of growing up of girls and becoming a woman. It takes place between the age of 10 to 15 years of age. After this, a female experiences a series of physiological and anatomical changes in his body. Okay, menarche means the first bleeding of menstrual cycles. The first menstrual bleeding is female, and it takes place between the age of 10 to 15 years. It is a sign of growing up of girls and becoming a woman. What are the cause of early menarche? The cause of early menarche are due to obesity, if the child is overweight, low birth weight, or if the mother is smoking, if children's not provided breastfeeding, lack of exercise, inadequate diet, family conflict causing stress over the girls, etc. These are the cause of early menarche. Activity during menarche. People usually think that at this period the girls should avoid doing activities, any physical activity, but the research proved that the female can participate in moderate physical activity without any complications, whereas the heavy training, if they have to do the heavy training, they should participate with carefully, cleanliness and hygienic factors. And if there is any complications arise during physical activities, they should consult gynecologist or doctors. Menstrual dysfunctions, it is a disorders. Menstrual dysfunction, it is a disorders or irregular conditions in human menstrual cycles, that is abnormal bleeding during menstrual cycles is known as menstrual dysfunction. Okay, menstrual dysfunctions means abnormal bleeding during menstrual cycles. That is, most of the menstrual cycles occurs after every 22 to 35 days, and it continue for 3 to 7 days. And this amount of bleeding uh, vary due to their exercise, physiological factors, etc. Some has heavy bleeding, some has low, some has for long prolonged time, etc. Premenstrual syndrome. During menstrual dysfunctions, most of the women complain about breast pain, back pain, headache, fatigue, tiredness, cramp, etc. This is due to the loss of iron from the body, iron in the blood. Okay, this is due to the loss of irons in the blood that reduce the chance of anemia increase. The treatment for severe uterine bleedings may include hormonal therapy, taking more iron food, that is green food, following the hygienic habit, personal cleanliness, etc. Activities during menstrual dysfunction. The girls can do physical activity during this period also. That is, from light to moderate physical activities without any complications. And she should participate in physical activity carefully. Okay, if there is any complications, then consult with the doctors. Next is female athlete. Female athlete. It is a syndrome of three interrelated conditions, that is disorder eating, amenorrhea, and osteoporosis. It generally seen in the teenage or adult females athlete who are not meeting this daily requirement, which ultimately affect their health. Okay, female athlete. It is a combinations. It is a combinations of three conditions: eating disorders, amenorrhea, and osteoporosis. Female athlete, it is seen that if the athlete is suffering from any trait, it is likely that he is suffering from other two component also. Female athlete, it is usually seen in the these conditions. Female athlete is seen in the female who participate in the physical activities, who participate in the sports that emphasize leanness or low body weight. The sports persons do a heavy workout. The female do the heavy workout, and they does not take proper diet, due to which these conditions arise. Okay, sports and exercise are part of a balanced healthy lifestyle, but some girls does not balancing their needs of their body. Okay, they does not take a sufficient diet due to reduce their weight. It causes intense health problems. Okay, this is known as female athlete. First is eating disorders. Most girls with female athlete try to lose weight. Okay, they try to lose weight. Therefore, to lose the weight, they does not eat a proper diet, which leads they does not take a proper diet, they does not eat enough calories to keep energy demand, to avoid food containing fat, anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa. In disorder eating, there are two parts: bulimia nervosa and anorexia nervosa. Bulimia nervosa, it is a eating disorders in which the person they eat and then they vomit. Okay, in this disorders of eating, the person consume large amount of food and then after that they vomit. So to lose the weight, this disorders lead to loss of important minerals from the body. Okay, um, which leads to loss of important minerals from the body, leading to serious health problems like anemia. It also cause low self-esteem, depressions, mental health problems, etc. Anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa, it is a disorder eating in which she will only think about the food, dieting, body weight all the time. She think that if she eat, she will become overweight. Therefore, she only think about food, weight, etc. Okay, it is a eating disorders is characterized by food restrictions and um, irrational fearing of gaining weight. Okay, they are in fear of gaining weight as well as destroyed body self perception. Which suffering from this disorders keep thinking, okay, they only think about reducing weight, thus their life is affected, there will be stress, etc. Second trait factors, that is amenorrhea. Amenorrhea, it is a menstrual dysfunctions. Okay, amenorrhea. Second trait factors, amenorrhea. Amenorrhea, it is the absence of menstrual period in women for more than 3 months. These factors arise due to not eating enough calories. They perform intense exercise, heavy exercise, but does not eat enough calories, by which their hormones level decrease, causing variable menstrual cycles. Sometimes the menstrual cycles stop for more than 3 months. There is a irregular bleeding, etc. And last, third trait factors, that is osteoporosis. Osteoporosis, it is the weakening of bones. The bones become weak. It is due to the loss of bones density and improper bone formation. These conditions reduce the performance and leads to bones injury. Okay, in this, the bones of a child become weak, therefore the performance will be reduced and the chance of injury will be more. The symptoms are disorders eating, disorders eating, fatigue, hair loss, weight loss, increase injury, irregular menstrual cycles, anemia, heart rate, blood pressures, etc. These are the symptoms of female atrophy. What are the cause of female atrophy? The cause may be due to insufficient calcium diet. If they does not take calcium, amenorrhea, eating disorders, poor nutrition, sedentary lifestyle, lack of vitamin D, etc. Hormonal imbalance, overeating, less liquid diet, etc. These are the cause of female atrophy. Treatment. The treatment of female athlete is CSUL consists the immediate consultation with doctor. Okay, immediate consult with the doctors or gynecologists. Take proper nutritional and balanced diet. Reduce the exercise and counseling, taking food supplement, that is vitamins, minerals, behavior therapy, etc. This should be done for the treatment of female athlete. This is about the female athlete, which is important from important and point of board exam. Okay. Female athlete, it is a combinations of three interrelated conditions, that is eating disorders, amenorrhea and osteoporosis. This female athlete stress arise, these conditions arise when a female participate in heavy physical workout but does not take a healthy diet. Okay, to reduce the weight, they does not take the proper diet, they does not take nutritional diet, which leads to serious illness, health problems, etc. In this, there are three trait factors. Eating disorders, disorder eating. In disorder eating, there are two types: bulimia nervosa and anorexia nervosa. Bulimia nervosa, it means in here she eat, consume large amount of food and then she vomit the food to avoid weight gain, which leads to loss of important minerals from the body. In anorexia nervosa, she will only think about the food, only thinking about reducing the weight, food, their weight, etc. Amenorrhea, it is a irregular menstrual cycles. Okay, irregular menstrual cycles, stopping of menstrual cycles for more than 3 months. This arises due to performing intense exercise and then not eating enough calories, which decrease their hormonal levels. And last is osteoporosis. Osteoporosis means the weakening of bones. The bones become weak due to the loss of bones density and improper bone formations, which reduce their injury, increase the chance of injury, etc.